Now on 767 News, UWP leader files petition for the reinstatement of a fired DASPA security guard. 2015 hurricane season predicted to be active and dangerous, and the people of the Kalinago territory try to bring back an old-time carnival tradition. In sports, West Indies Cricket Board announces Cricket World Cup team. Welcome to a new week with 767 News. I'm Alicia George. I expect that you had a wonderful weekend and are prepared for an even better week. Stay tuned for the latest developments right after the break.
Introducing the Ashley Collection at Quartz. Quartz has joined with Ashley Furniture, the #1 selling home furnishings brand in America, to bring you the most extraordinary furniture selection at unbeatable prices. It's now easier than ever before to find that perfect furniture piece for your home. And what's more, you can add that special touch with the right accent piece from our range of designer accessories from Ashley. Create the perfect look for your home with the Ashley Collection at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home. Visit the new Ashley Gallery at our Roseau store.
Bet you can't tell the difference between these two white shirts. Bet you can't tell the difference between these two kitchen floors. One shirt was cleaned with the popular brand name bleach, and the other was cleaned with super bleach. One kitchen floor was disinfected with the popular brand name bleach, and the other with super bleach. Bet your pocket knows the difference. Super bleach costs less than the other popular brand name bleach, and does the exact same job. So the next time you want a super white shirt or a super clean floor, reach for super bleach and get the same results as those brand name bleaches for less money. Available in regular and fresh scent.
This is the new DL750, made to fit your lifestyle, whatever shape it takes. The new KitKat OS means it's faster and easier to enjoy the apps you love, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. With colored covers you can change to match your lifestyle. A 5-megapixel camera with an amazing flash to capture the moments that matter wherever you are. The new DL750, lighter, smarter, brighter. Digicel.
The Caribbean can feel like a paradise, yet natural hazards do come our way. During eruptions, millions of tons of ash and rock fall on the flanks of the volcano. The next heavy rain may bring this material down the valley and destroy much in its path. This phenomena is called mudflow or LAR. LARs are very dangerous. After an eruption, avoid crossing valleys during and following heavy rainfall.
Welcome back. Opposition leader of the United Workers' Party and parliamentary representative of the Marigot constituency, Honorable Lennox Linton, on Monday presented a petition to the Chief Executive Officer of the Dominica Air and Seaport Authority, DASPA, Benoit Badwil. The petition began following the December 10, 2014 termination of employment of Port Security Officer Vescott Jones of Marigot, when on October 19, 2014, he allowed Honorable Linton to dispose of crabbacks that he intended to travel with but did not have the required permit to do so.
Mr. Vescott Jones was the one who said to me, you cannot travel out of the country with the crabbacks without a permit. So he stopped me from doing it. What he is fired for is that he allowed me to send back the crabbacks to where they came from, which was my house, and for not confiscating the crabbacks. In other words, not penalizing me for coming up there with them and not harassing me. There was a feeling that I should have been arrested. Why? Because I'm leader of the opposition. Because I was leader at the time, not leader of the opposition at the time, I was leader of the United Workers' Party, political leader of the United Workers' Party. And so Vescott Jones should have known that the government in power would have liked him to give me a hard time, to harass me, to embarrass me.
He said the action to fire Jones, in his opinion, was a political decision acted out by Badwil, as Jones was doing his job in the most professional and honest way. On Monday, Honorable Linton said the petition, which was signed by over 500 people, called for the reinstatement of Jones. The Marigot parliamentary representative, who was escorted under heavy police guard, did not meet Badwil. However, the petition was delivered to his secretary. He added that they will be following up on the matter until justice is served and Jones gets his job back. And the Florida-based hurricane prediction company is forecasting a very active period, almost 6 months ahead of the 2015 hurricane season. Global Weather Oscillations, GWO, a hurricane cycle prediction company in Florida, says the 2015 Atlantic Basin hurricane season will be the most active and dangerous in at least 3 years, and the next 3 seasons will be the most dangerous in 10 years. Chief Executive Officer David Dilley says GWO has issued the most accurate predictions of any organization 6 years running, and GWO is the only organization to predict the correct number of hurricanes in 2014 and that El Nino would not form. GWO issues predictions based on its patent-pending climate pulse technology developed by Dilley. Dilley says that while the past 2 hurricane seasons, 2013 and 2014, were dominated by hostile upper atmospheric winds that suppress tropical activity, the next few years will enter a natural climate pulse enhancement cycle that will be favorable for more active and intense hurricane seasons. The Atlantic Basin experiences, on average, 11 to 12 named storms, 6 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. GWO predicts the 2015 hurricane season to be a little above average and more dangerous, with 14 named storms, 8 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. In addition, GWO is predicting 3 hurricane hotspots along the U.S. coastline that are at high risk for hurricane activity this year, with at least 1 major hurricane likely. And in other stories, a Trafalgar man has been ordered to vacate his girlfriend's premises and take up residency elsewhere after he pleaded guilty to wounding and beating her on January 7, 2015. According to the facts, Alfred Valmore had beaten his girlfriend and wounded her on the head in the process. She reported the matter to police, who went to Trafalgar to investigate the report. Upon seeing the officers, Valmore took off but was quickly apprehended and informed of the report. He told police that his girlfriend was lying and that she was the one who hit him first, so he just passed the cutlass on her head. "I did not want to hit her, but she was doing things for me to hit her," he added. For wounding, Chief Magistrate Candia Carrette George fined Valmore $2,000, which is to be paid by May 31, 2015, or in default, 4 months in prison. There was no separate penalty for battery. Before leaving the court, Valmont stated that he had 5 children with his girlfriend and that he loved her very much. Tet Mask, the typical headpiece of the traditional carnival costume of the Kalinagu people, were in their final stages of completion on Saturday, just in time to be used during the carnival celebrations. Tet Mask, now seen as a diminishing activity between the Kalinagu people, was first introduced during the 1950s and 1960s. It consists of a frame covered and decorated with paper, crepe paper, and other similar materials. The frame is shaped like a boat or mwina, the traditional Kalinagu hut. Gregory Rabes, Cultural Projects Officer and Workshop Coordinator, said everyone seemed to be having a great time making the headpiece.
The Tet Mask workshop has been organized by the Division of Culture in partnership with the Kalinagu Council and the Ministry of Kalinagu Affairs. The workshop here today, very successful, a lot of participation. We have about 40 participants, and everyone is engaged in different things. Some people are preparing the rosary wreaths, like splitting them up. Some people are making lappets, some people are making fret, some people are making frames, some people are making the sack for the frame, and people are working together like teams. So you have some people work individually, some people work in 2s and 3s. So it's a very engaging exercise. People are having fun, and everybody is making a Tet Mask. And the interesting thing about this workshop is that we are exploring the use of different types of materials and different shapes of making the Tet Mask.
During the closing stages of a Tet Mask training workshop at the Kalinagu Barana Ote, several of these headpieces were placed on display. Local plant materials and other biodegradable materials were used in their construction.
The materials we're using, like old newspapers, we use crepe paper, tappy material, cloth, to explore using the different types of materials. For example, crepe paper is very vulnerable to rain, during carnival, rain falls, and it really is vulnerable. So we're exploring use of other types of material, for example, like the tappy, which renders it a bit waterproof. in that sense. And exploring different types of ways that you can use decorations as well, both local plant material and man-made or synthetic materials.
Rabes said they hope to have a Tet Mask band for the opening of Carnival and other activities throughout the season. Meanwhile, the participants were excited to revamp this old tradition.
It's not anybody who can carry Tet Mask on their head because it's a bit heavy and the breeze might control you as well, you know. So you got to be strong in your neck and you have to know how to use it. I mean, we having one is one, wearing it is another one. I mean, and it's a beautiful color to have in your band, a beautiful headpiece as well, which makes your band colorful as well, you know. And I'm very happy that these guys invite me here today to facilitate that Tet Mask building and wearing today as well, you know. Teaching younger folks from the schools and even some of the older heads who doesn't know about Tet Mask come across it today and we teach them how it has been done for the past years. And we would like it to continue for the next maybe lifetime again, you know.
The workshop was extraordinary. We got a lot of people participating. We had about 40 something, 41 I guess. Everything went well. Well, everybody had a chance to build make Tet Mask. We call it Tet Mask in our own language. So everybody had a chance to build one. So now we have a chance to decorate it up and to see how everything going to come out.
It was amazing. I learned many things today about the Tet Mask and how the different ways you make it.
You have fun making it?
Yes, I had a lot of fun.
According to the organizers, the workshop was planned to address the decline in the Tet Mask tradition and fits in with the national objective of enhancing Dominica's carnival product and increasing its appeal. Calypso tents take off on a high note as Mask Camp and Stardom Tent officially kicks off. More details of these and other stories when we return.
Welcome to Court's Digital World, where we have the widest range of digital products from the world's best brands, televisions, tablets, laptop computers, mobile phones, and much more. Connect, explore, engage.
Spice up your life and make memorable meals with Chief Spices and Seasonings. Try Chief brand seasonings for all your cooking needs. You can rely on Chief Powder, Chief Green Seasoning, and Chief Browning to bring out the best flavor in all your dishes. And don't forget the Chief Baking Powder for maximum yields in all your baking. So when you see the name Chief, you know you can trust this name for great results, great taste, and a great price. What else do you expect from Master fans? Right place, right price.
Volcanic eruption is a possibility we must face. In case an evacuation becomes necessary, always keep a first aid kit, dust masks, goggles, passport, and other important documents ready, as well as any particular medication you might need while you're away from home. Also arrange a temporary place to stay with friends or family away from the dangerous zone. Create your own family disaster plan today.
During research and preparation for a training session on bartending I did recently, I used the opportunity to capture a few concepts for practical training using Digicel's super-fast broadband service. Using some YouTube videos, I'm able to provide a more comprehensive demonstration of cocktail preparation and service. As a restaurateur also, I use some renowned beverage sites for greater insights and new trends in food and especially beverage production and service, thus providing a higher quality service to our lovely customers at Old Stone. I'm also able to provide a better balance of local cuisine, plate design, and service as a result of some cooking channels I use. This adds great value to the finished product that we are well renowned for at the Old Stone Grill and Bar.
Sign up today for Digicel Play's superfast broadband internet service.
Welcome back. Leader of the opposition United Workers' Party, Honorable Lennox Linton, is questioning the notable absence of the leader of the Dominica Labour Party and Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, who has been out of the island for at least 30 days following the DLP's general election victory. Honorable Linton made the comments during a United Workers' Party press conference with the media on Friday.
I mean, all of us get tired and need to relax and refresh. But of course, the Prime Minister has been relaxing. We understand and refreshing. We hope he's well. But it just seems that in the last 30 days or so, the ship has been rudderless. Where we need to get answers to issues emerging, we get silence. A classic example is the crash of bananas as reported in the front page of the Chronicle this week. And no word from the Minister of Agriculture, no word from the Prime Minister on the fact that shipments of bananas out of Dominica, as little as they have become in recent months, will no longer be happening. And now we hear that probably there's good news on the horizon as early as next week for the farmers who have lost that opportunity.
He said the UWP is waiting to see how the country responds to developments as it relates to news that Dominica's banana exports to the United Kingdom is being suspended. With the upcoming meeting of Parliament, the UWP leader said the UWP is committed to effectively dealing with the vital interests of citizens of Dominica.
We are ready, as I said, to continue to work in the public interest of the Commonwealth of Dominica, which is what we've always done. But we do not accept that anyone should or can dictate to us what moving forward should be, because moving forward for us means taking care of the things that matter to the growth and development of Dominica. And one of those is free and fair elections as the backbone of our democracy. And we make no excuses at all for keeping that front and center on our agenda going forward.
Honorable Linton made the comments during a UWP press conference with the media on Friday. The first Calypso 10 for the 2015 season Showdown Mask Camp began with a bang on Friday, with a number of Calypsonians hitting the stage before a crowd of anxious people. The show, which began from 8:30 at the Harlem Plaza, featured renowned Calypsonians including King Dice, The Barber, and Young Bull. Young Bull, being the entertainer he is, did not disappoint the crowd as he came on stage dressed as a pastor to perform his new song titled Pastor Bull.
Who's that below? You will change what church you go. My people sing it with. I can hear you.
Other performers included Trinity, Picklock, Coco T, Topper Top, Explosion, Mask Eruption, Daddy Miller, Vigilante, Sharis D, Wave, and Tiuna. King Dice brought down the curtains on the show, performing a number of his popular songs, included Puppet Master, Time for Change, and On My Own.
If you lead by example, you can change the people. If not, people will change. There's always another aspiring leader waiting to take over. And sooner or later, when government think they're smarter than the unemployed people running.
Calypsonians Sai, Buple, Lady B, Triumph, Sugar S, and Soul Puss also performed. Mass Camp will be held every Friday during the Calypso season from 8:30 at the Harlem Plaza in Newtown. And 26 Calypsonians participated in the opening ceremony of Salam Tent 2015 on Saturday, January 10th. Salam Tent is a staple event for Dominica's Carnival celebration and showcases the talent of some of the best Calypsonians in recent times. Newcomer B.O. Bradley, former junior Calypso monarch the Professor, also known as Sheldon Alfred, and returnee, the famous caresser, Gregory Riviere, were among those present.
Life in Dominica is not so boring, especially for a Calypsonian. Every minute burning issues surfacing, each one of them ready for consumption. But this thing have me in a dilemma, cause I'm uncertain what I should sing this year. Should I sing about them dear men murdered in Antigua and 35 kilos of white powder?
Oh, how she now remember warm and tender till that fateful day, everything was blown away.
They say that the gender war has reached a new high, and woman now making big man cry. So you could roll your sexy bumper from my toe to my tongue, take me right to the ground, pat me down.
Salam Tent takes place every Wednesday evening at the Cicero Hotel. This year, over 60 singers competed in the Calypso eliminations. The latest in sports news is coming up next, so stay tuned.
Not long ago, I planted a crop of bananas. Then suddenly they started dying one after the other. So I checked the books and they didn't tell me much. So I went on the internet and did a search. One of the websites told me that black cigarette toker disease could be the problem. It said cut the affected trees and use spraying methods periodically on the farm. As a banana farmer, I got excited about the internet. Information is powerful, but it's how we use it that defines us. I was definitely saved by broadband.
Sign up for Digicel Play Superfast Broadband Internet Service. Digicel Play wishes to advise all customers of ongoing upgrade works on our network across Dominica. We are aware that some customers may be experiencing interruptions in their service. Please be informed that the ongoing works will be carried out over the next few months as we upgrade to the next generation of broadband technology. As such, we apologize for any inconvenience caused. Our technical team will attempt to reduce any outages to a minimum. We thank you, our customers, for your patience and look forward to launching new products to Dominica over the coming months.
Good evening and welcome to 767 Sports. We begin tonight's coverage with football. 3 individuals in the persons of referee Romy Blah and assistant referees Sean Lester McDonald and Cesar Gabriel, recently included on Dominica's list of FIFA officials for 2015, has received some strong words of advice. Retired FIFA referee Kali John Baptist called on the officials to read the laws of the game and become familiar with them in executing their duties.
It's not business as usual. As a FIFA referee and assistant referee, I pray that you will put God first and will always seek His divine intervention. You are now on the international stage where people will see you more than ever. The work has just begun for you. You need to read the laws of the game even more. If you have difficulties in understanding any aspects of the laws, call me. I am available. Send an email or call Niron or John because it is a learning process.
John Baptist advised the referees that deportment is key and they must be properly attired and groomed at all times, especially when contracted for tournaments.
Your training is one of your key passports. Be fit, learn the laws of the game and apply them. Don't reinvent any laws. And remember, there is one law that's not written: discretion. Be your brother's keeper on tours. That is important. And be careful how you speak to your peers and your assessor and match commissioner. Listen, listen, listen well. Don't challenge your assessor. He or she can either make or break you.
He stated, the referees have the opportunity to make themselves, their family, the Referees Association and Dominica proud. He encouraged them to keep working hard and never give up, as one can make a decent living as a FIFA referee. John Baptiste, who became a FIFA referee in 2008, retired at the end of 2013 after reaching the mandatory FIFA retirement age. In cricket, the West Indies Cricket Board on Saturday announced the West Indies squad to contest the Cricket World Cup 2015 in Australia and New Zealand. The list is as follows: Jason Holder, captain; Marlon Samuels, vice-captain; Suleiman Ben, Darren Bravo, Jonathan Carter, Sheldon Cottrell, Christopher Gill, Sunil Narayan, Dinesh Ramdin, Kemar Roach, Andre Russell, Darren Sami, Lendell Simmons, Dwayne Smith, Jerome Taylor. Chairman of the selection panel, Clive Lloyd, said he has high hopes for the squad, which is a competitive mix of experienced players and some new faces. Lloyd, a double World Cup winning captain, said that the prestige of the Cricket World Cup offers a significant opportunity for the team to bring pride to the Caribbean region, similar to the success of the West Indies team in the ICC World 2020 in 2012. The Cricket World Cup commences on February 14th, with West Indies playing their opening match on February 16th against Ireland. And in more sports, Mao Soca strikers notched up their first win of the season when the action continued in the 2014-2015 Dominica Football Association Premier Division competition. On Saturday at the Pori Park in Point Michel, Brad John Baptiste found the back of the net on 2 occasions as his team defeated Icons by 3-0. Kenny George scored the other goal for Soca strikers. Also on Saturday at the Almond Park in Dubla, KFC Harlem United and the home team Dubla FC played to a 1-1 draw. Brian Thomas scored for the home team, while Donan Gervais was the man on target for Harlem. And on Sunday at the Pori Park in Point Michel, in the clash of the former champions, Scotiabank Buffet State defeated Southeast by 1-0. The lone goal which separated the two teams was converted by national player Delroy Parker in the opening minutes of the second half. The encounter between defending champions Northern Conking Steel Bombers and league leaders Exodus FC ended prematurely in the second half, with Exodus leading by 2-1. And that's it for tonight's Sportscast. Join me again tomorrow for more sports news.
That was Larry with the latest in sports. And now for a recap of tonight's headlines. UWP leader files petition for the reinstatement of a fired DASPA security guard. 2015 hurricane season predicted to be active and dangerous. And the people of the Kalinago territory try to bring back an old-time carnival tradition. In sports, West Indies Cricket Board announces Cricket World Cup team. That's all the time we have for tonight. Drop us an email, friend us on Facebook, and be sure to like our 767 News page. From all of us on the 767 News production team, I'm Alicia George. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay tuned for the weather report coming up next.
Boom, Miss and it's my time to get on bad when I jam in at everybody. Come celebrate with me, but if you don't know me yet, don't worry, man, we go take a jam in a party. Yeah, put one hand in the air. 767 News.